Welcome back to my kitchen, everyone. Today I'm going to make some chard fritters. As some of you may know, this morning I visited the Riddles Creek Farmers Market, which was just simply amazing, and I picked up some beautiful chard. So I decided to make some fritters. And I'm also going to be using some of this absolutely stunning chive curd, which I used this morning as my cheese component in my fritters. So first things first, finally chopping up the stalks and of course the leaves of the chard, and they will be steamed. So just a fine chop here, ready to go into the steamer. I really want to show you some of the stunning colours of chard that I picked up. There's a yellow one here, a crimson coloured one, orange ones, and I think together in the fritters are just going to look absolutely stunning. So again, yes, I am chopping up the stalks and using the stalks in these simply because this chard is fresh. The quality is too good to waste it. I just wouldn't waste the stalk. So I'm cutting it up in smaller pieces and then bigger chunks into the leaves, so it'll all cook or steam through rather evenly. Right, so that's all my chard chopped up, and now going into or onto the steamer. I know it looks like a lot, but by the time it steams, it will be reduced immensely as it contains a lot of water. So just on the steamer there, and come back to you when we're up to the next stage. Now that my chard is cooked, I just want to show you what I do here, because the idea is you want as little water as possible with the chard. So there's my steamed chard. So I've got a colander in the sink and I'll put some paper towel in it. So what I'm doing now is just dropping the chard on the paper towel, because I want to get as much moisture as I can possibly get out of this chard before we start turning them into patties. So I'm going to just put it all into this colander. And I've just got a little bit of extra paper towel here, and I'm just going to try and blot out a bit more of this water. Probably need a little bit more paper towel, but just trying to get out as much of this moisture as I possibly can. Now that my chard has cooled down enough to work with, it's on to mixing in all the other ingredients and bringing it together to make the fritters. So first thing I add is a couple of eggs. So all that chard that I chopped up, that's pretty much the amount that I've now got left. So into it I will crack 2 eggs. Give that a little mix. Add my salt and pepper. Season this well, of course. So I like using a lot of pepper, so quite a bit of pepper goes in there. And some salt. Again, just mix it through. And now it's time to add the curd. Grab a spoon. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to use of this. I'll work it as I go. So I reckon, well, let's see how we go with that. Might add a little bit more. Oh yeah, that looks good. And then a couple of tablespoons of flour. I really just I eyeball this, and see how I go as I add it. Now, like I'm not sure if I mentioned it, while I'm putting this together, I've got the oil on and it's heating. I want that oil hot, because the idea is that once these fritters hit that oil, I want them to cook. I don't want them absorbing too much oil. I can tell it just needs a little bit more flour. Right. Okay, so mix that through. Right. Okay, this is ready to go. Now I'm just having a look. I'm not sure if I'm going to use my... No, I don't think I'll use my spoon. It's not big enough. This is really a personal choice now. You can make these as individual fritters, or sometimes I've known I'll put the whole thing in one hit and almost cook it like a fritter. Today we'll go for individuals. So we want a nice spoonful of them, and just carefully into that hot oil. I'm actually going to have to turn that oil down a bit because it's really hot. Alright, so we'll just leave them to cook for a couple of minutes. And what you'll notice is that you'll know they're ready to turn because around the edges will start to crisp up. See if I can move the camera over a bit. Let's have a look. Right, there we go. So they're the fritters cooking. So what will happen is the edges will start to crisp up a bit, and that's my time to turn them over. Right, I've just been able to have a little peek under one, and I'll notice that, yep, the colour's there. It's what I want. So we're about to flip them over. Oh, yes, very nice. Slowly, carefully flipping them over, giving them a little press. Okay. Trying not to ruin the shape. Yeah. It's a really nice colour there. So, a couple more minutes, and then as you can see here, I've got a tray ready with a just a cooling rack on the top of it. I like to let them drain on something like that. I don't use paper towel. I just find that makes them soggy. I like them to drain on the draining rack, and while I'm cooking the rest, the whole tray can just sit in the oven so they stay warm. Oven on low, just to keep them nice and warm before serving. Just checking them again. Oh yeah, they're looking nice. It's a shame you can't smell them, guys, because they smell pretty damn good too. While I'm waiting for the last lot to finish cooking, I just thought I'd tell you, look, today I used curd cheese because that's what I had. If I didn't, I would usually use ricotta cheese. If I don't have ricotta, you can use Parmesan cheese. If you don't have Parmesan, you can crumble feta. Any of those really, like, you know, you want a cheese with a bit of a bite in it. If I was to use ricotta, I would make sure that I would also have Parmesan in there as well. We want cheese that's got a bit of a bite and a flavour to it. This cheese, the curd, had chives in it. You can put chives in it yourself. You can use spring onions. Really, it's up to you. What I've done is show you how to make a basic chard, spinach, silver beet fritter. The combination of what you use is really up to you. So basically, you know, you've got your greens, a cheese, some eggs, some seasoning, a little bit of flour to bring it all together. Yeah, you get a fantastic fritter out of it, non-meat, really healthy, good option for you know, a nice supper, evening or a lunch with a little bit of a salad around it. Beautiful meal. So here you have it, guys, plated up. It's my chard and curd fritters, served with a simple salad and a little relish on the side, just for a bit of bite in there. A lovely meal, very nice meal. I hope you enjoy this, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye.